right, here's what we're making reference to the vessel.
Get on the internet, a link, right? That a
It's
YouTube
link,
page.
YouTube page, and basically he was jacking Patrice's philosophy. Should I?
He took a couple other people's too, but for the most part,
I would like to bring him on. I want to bring him on to
talk about it.
Yeah, and he said I actually spoke to him.
Okay.
He's a 26-year-old kid.
He does these YouTube videos. They're not stand up, but they're monologues or whatever.
Kind of monologue,
yeah,
and he basically just jacked Patrice's philosophies verbatim.
But did he give him credit at any point?
No, he didn't give him credit.
And let me ask you this: and he did apologize after. And I don't want to.
And he didn't apologize. He just basically gave credit and basically said that he was a vessel.
But if you listen to the apology, he didn't say he didn't
apologize. That's the first thing. So you say that this guy is great after you have plagiarized and stolen.
Yeah.
And then you go, well, he was amazing and he's I am why I am the way I is. And I spoke to him I spoke to Kain on the phone, and I said to him, dude, you're not an unintelligent dude. You're not. So you know what it is to steal somebody's shit. You know what it is to take somebody's words and not. So I'm not even going to debate that with you. I said, what you have to say, I said, I don't know if you know it, but I was coming to see you. I was coming to see you.
Put hands on you.
Because I was so twisted.
He said put hands on, which I love.
I was so twisted in my stomach, and there's people there's people who love Patrice and what the philosophy is. First of all, there's no apology.
None.
I took somebody else's words, claimed them as my own, and never even admitted. I admitted that I did it,
until after.
Well, first of all, I admitted that I did it, but I did it because I'm a vessel. Like, who the fuck are you to be a vessel? You're not a vessel for anybody. To say you didn't even apologize. You just acknowledge
what he's trying to do is he's not admitting to having stole it. What he's saying is he is doing an homage, hence he doesn't need to apologize.
Okay.
Because
it's not an homage
unless
you go unless you give credit to the person that you fucking took it from.
And he never did. Never said what he stole from before or after.
Never.
It'd be one thing if he said it before.
There's so much stuff that he's using. I don't even think he could list it in a two. It's extensive stuff.
And it's one thing to say the guy steals. When you listen to this, it will underscore what a fucking criminal he is and how much he's insulting the intelligence of his listeners. Because he's like, well, this guy inspires me.
They don't care because it's young. They don't care. They're not people who have created this. So to talk about this in the scope of people who haven't created something, like the people who listen to Black Phillip, Black Phillip, whatever, they recognize the brilliance of him, right. And that's why they listen. That's why they listen to me. What's crazy is I did the Black Phillip show with Patrice.
Yeah,
we worked those philosophies out together, but Patrice was. He was bigger than me. He was more famous than me, and so I was really reluctant to even do the show again because number one, I wanted to make sure, like I said, I wanted to make sure that I lived up, that I would be able to fill his shoes. Number two, I wanted to be able to move the philosophies forward in a progressive way, and I wasn't sure if I should do it. If people understood what an intricate part of the show I was and what an intricate part of Patrice's life I was.
Right.
And
you don't want people also misinterpreting it that you were somehow stealing, doing what this guy did.
So what he said to me, when I first heard him, I was like, that is the way I think. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's the way you think after we've picked it apart and explained it and created metaphors so that you can be spoon-fed these ideas that you would never. And at 26-year-old kid, you cannot have those thoughts. That's what is really about, the humility of growth.
Sure.
The humility of understanding that we make mistakes and error. Perfection is unattainable. It's unattainable because as you move closer to perfection, it moves further away from you.
It's like I always say, perfection is unattainable.
You're going to put a guitar underneath that?
Or are you going to do a quote from Tin Cup?
Yeah.
you know, as much as I can understand why we get mad, but this show is about helping people. It's about taking people who are fucking up, which this is clearly a fuck up, and taking them and pulling them in and saying, look, this is not how you become a man. Being a man is giving people credit where credit's due. And if this is what you're going to do, and you're going to live this facade of people who are viewing your videos and thinking it's you and it's okay, it's not okay. Integrity and boundaries, a.k.a. Rosebud.